guys, Randy Sullivan here, Florida Baseball Ranch. I want to talk to you a little bit about intent. Now we all know that intent to throw hard is important. However, if we go all in on just solely intent and we let ourselves organize a movement just based on intent alone, we might run into trouble. You see, the body will organize itself to accomplish a goal, but it won't always find the most efficient way or the safest way. And it comes down to really evolution. Since the beginning of time, since the first creature separated from one cell into two and became a complex organism, every species has had two goals in mind. Number one, it wants to survive. Number two, it wants to propagate. That means it wants to eat, and then it wants to make more babies to continue the species. Now, the species that does that and is able to conserve the most energy wins the race. For example, the cheetah goes after the slowest gazelle because he knows that he can eat that slow gazelle, have enough energy to go back to the cave and have a date with mama cheetah and make some more babies and continue the species. Now, we've gotten to the point where in throwing, it's not so much surviving and propagating, but your body isn't interested at all in how we tell it should move. It doesn't care how I say it should move. It doesn't care how you say it should move. It doesn't care how you think it should move or how your coach says it should move. It is only interested in accomplishing what you deem to be an important goal. And your goal as a pitcher is to throw it over the white thing, make the guy go back to the dugout, and hopefully do it in a way so that the guys with the radar guns up in the stands want to put you on their team. Now, when you're able to do that and save the most energy, then your body is going to try to gravitate toward that, and that's the natural way it wants to go. Now, here's the problem. So your body's interested in accomplishing the goal and conserving energy, which means it needs to find optimal link-tension relationships. It needs to maximize the mechanical and elastic properties of the muscles so that it can produce more power and have more control and have more protection of the inert tissue like ligaments and labrums, etc. But in nature, if it's just a one-off event, the body isn't going to be concerned about conserving energy or doing it in the most efficient and safe way. It's just going to do it once, then it'll do it any way it needs to. And when we go all in on intent-based training, for example, if I take a weighted ball and throw it into this wall as hard as I can with a radar gun, and you kind of can trick your body into thinking that you have only a one-off goal. The problem is, you have to repeat this over and over again, not just once. And so you kind of deceive your body into thinking, okay, I can do this, and I'm only gonna have to do it once. And so it finds inefficient ways to do it, unsafe ways to do it. So if we go with just purely unguided intent, we may be corrupting the process. We may be kind of duping our bodies into thinking that I only have to do it once, when in truth, I have to do it over and over again, sometimes up to 120, 130 times a game. So we gotta be really concerned about when we go all in on intent, we have to have guided intent. It has to be guided intent that uses a constraints-led approach under the dynamic systems theory to guide the athlete toward a more efficient, more safe, and more productive movement. Okay, so that's what we got. Be careful about intent-based only. Make sure we have guided intent and that we encourage your body to choose pathways that are efficient and safe.